Weren't able to get it fixed. Okay, well, we live. What's going on,
Yeah.
brother?
What's up? What's up? Sorry about the delay there, everyone. Welcome to Home Buy Academy. What's going on, Chad?
Man, I'm here, brother. Great to be here. Great to be back. Great to have you back too. I see that you've been on your world tour. How's it
I'm
been
try-
going?
It's been going good, man. It's one thing I know for sure now that I'm back in Florida, back home, man. I love being home. Like it was an awesome trip, but I love being home, man.
Okay,
But yeah,
cool,
how
man.
how, how have things been going on here? Because I know, and the fans want to know where's Chad been. Now I told him how much you've been hustling and working on the last few episodes, but I would love for you to actually probably can unpack that later. But just kind of share what's been going on in the Homebuyer Academy in the real estate world, and get the people caught up on what you've been doing.
Man, it's been a lot, brother. There's been a lot. So, as you know, Homebuyer Academy is this whole idea is something that's all about really trying to make an impact on the community, really trying to open up options for people who, throughout the course of their lives, throughout the course of their journeys, might not see how to make this thing happen. And what I'm really looking to apply is to show people that all of the principles, all of the work that goes into buying a house are a lot of the very same principles that are going to play a part in your life. So, what we're looking to do is to pretty much show you how you could actually elevate just by doing the things that are going to bless you in different areas of your life anyway.
Awesome, man. That is awesome. And so, like we usually do, we'll give you guys a thought for the day. We actually just start with some gratitude. Like I said, I'm grateful to be back home. I am grateful for all the opportunities that are coming up, and we're gonna definitely get that like probably towards the end of the episode today. But I'm just so grateful for everything that is happening right now. Just being able to impact people through Homebuyer Academy, seeing what's possible in this life in general. And I'm grateful that Chad is back here because I was running out of things, man, and I was like, I'm helping you
Well,
out with the home buyer stuff. So
yeah, but so what happened really is I love to play soccer, and a couple of weeks ago, a couple of Sundays ago, I'm playing soccer, and a guy's shielding the ball, and I try to go around him, and he caught me with a sweet elbow right here. So my eye's still a little bit jammed up, but it was crazy before. So that's really the real issue that I had because I wasn't gonna show up like this. Hey guys, no, it wasn't gonna happen. So
like Hitch from
I don't consider myself to be like a real what do they call it? Like I don't really care what people say, and I'm not that interested in my looks and all of that. But there's a line, there's a limit to this thing. So yeah, man, I figured I'd just take some time, get healed up. Um, Silly me, I'm still playing soccer even with my busted eye, and I ended up busting my neck and my back playing on Sunday. So one of these days I might learn my lesson and slow down, but nah,
Mhm.
it's not gonna be for a while. So yeah, man.
Awesome. And as y'all are joining in, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this with 3 to 5 people right now because we want to answer your questions live on the stream. I know we have our game plan for tonight. However, if you got questions in the chat
Yeah.
regarding the real estate process, if you're going a home buying process, let us know. We want to make you guys a priority for this episode. But what are you grateful for?
Oof, man, I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my wife, even above the kids. The kids is great, but man, having a champion on my side, man, it's been all the difference in my life. It's been the most impactful thing, and I'm so grateful for my wife, man. Yeah, thinking about it could almost, tear
Hmm.
me up, man. But yeah, I'm really grateful for my wife. She's been
That's
an
awesome.
amazing strength, an amazing inspiration for me. So yeah, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. I'm happy
Yeah,
for y'all for real. I'm so excited.
yeah.
Guys doing with y'all too. And
Yeah.
as always, before we get into the nitty gritty, the meet and greet, I'm going to give you guys something to think about today. So today's we're gonna kind of talk about the home buying process. and really with an emphasis on seeing things all the way through. And it made me think of this passage in the Bible where the Lord told Moses to strike the rock, and he only struck it 3 times. And there's always this notion that God would have poured out or blessed them to the amount that he would have kept striking, but he stopped at 3, and that was it. And there's a lot more to that story, but had he saw it all the way through, he probably had a greater blessing from him following God's order all the way through. And there's so many stories I could think of, but you might be in a situation now where you might feel like you're self-sabotaging and because you're making progress. And sometimes when we make progress, we're in new territory, and when we're in new territory out of frustration or out of fear, we self-sabotage. So I want to encourage you guys tonight to see it all the way through. Yes, it's new territory. Yes, it's new land, like buying a home. It's going to be new territory and new land, but you gotta see it all the way through. Because once you're in your home, like when I tell y'all, like I started off with, I was gone for about 3 weeks. Like Chad said, doing my world tour. I got to work remotely, but when I got home, y'all, like to the house I own, to the place I call home, even my kids, they were like, "We're so happy to be home." They enjoyed. They had the best time with family and their cousins and just being all over the world. But when they got home, they all were like, "Thank you, God, we are home." So see it all the way through, and you can have that same experience. But I'm gonna toss it over to you, Chad, to kick us off here. Uh, are you muted? I lost your sound. I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I wanted to make sure that you had your moment. That was really a powerful connection, that story. But yeah, man, if you can take a second, if you don't mind doing some shout outs. 'Cause I
Mm-hmm.
see we have some people in there that we wanted to show some love to.
Yep, I see. Thank you for watching here.
That's
Thank y'all for
Cartina. All right. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
today, what's a really big thing that I wanted to emphasize? Now, we all have the technical aspects of home ownership, which generally comprise of course, credit, money to buy the house, debt to income ratio, finding the right house, the right realtor, all of those things. And we like to talk about those elements on a consistent basis. But what we want to do today is we actually want to move past just the idea of the technique around buying a house and the technique around improving yourself in those areas, but really honing in on the core essence of what's going to serve you in this process, but in every other area of your life too. Now, just to be totally, I don't know if I could really be too candid, but there are days when you you just don't want to show up, right? You don't want to do what you have to do because for whatever reason, maybe you want to like stay under the blanket that day, right? Maybe that day you just don't have it in you to show up the way that you want to. But my urge to you, what I want to urge you to do is that those are the moments that are most important for you to show up because those are the days where you'll be building character. Oh man, those are the days that help you to build character. Those are the days that help you to be able to actually build resolve. So when challenges come about, when trolls come about, whatever it may be that may feel like it's standing in your way, it's really just an opportunity for you to actually grow and get to another level. And what I find to be the reality is that on those days that feel like the hardest ones, the ones where you don't really have it in you, but you find the strength, you find the will to go ahead and push through, like there's a blessing on the other side of that. Just in some cases, knowing that you made it through is enough. Other times, you'll find that this was your test. This was your test to see if you're willing to do that next thing that's going to lead to your ultimate blessing. It's your test to see if you really are willing to be in it for the long haul to get what you want. So, today, I really want to encourage you to see it through once you get started with things like working on your credit, and that could be something that's really overwhelming, that people think, okay, cool, I have this credit challenge and I'm not able to really overcome it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop right there. And it's okay for you to take a break, but it's not okay for you to stop, because if you stop, all of those things that you're doing this thing for fall along the wayside. So I encourage you, when you have, especially, I think credit is one of the biggest areas, right? As we start looking at how we can help you to boost your credit, consistency is the key. Because if you do all of the right things for the next 9 months and you see your credit score increasing and it's going higher and higher and higher, but then you say, oh, listen, I'm just not up to it today. All of that hard work that you would have established, all of that momentum that you would have built up is just going to fall along the wayside, and you'll be right back to where you started in short order. So do yourself the favor of being consistent through all things, because the reward is going to be more than worth it when you actually get to the other side. Yep.
Yeah. So, speaking to like seeing all the way through, I know like the past couple of weeks you've really been crushing it on in the real estate side of things for the business. Could you share like maybe one or two stories of those particular clients that like walking through? Because I know what it was like on the back end, like working in the back
Hmm.
end. But like you being out there in the field doing the paperwork and then getting to the closing table, could you speak to that process of seeing it all the way through?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I could give you a number of examples, and I could actually share two recent scenarios. I had two closings just last Monday, and these two borrowers couldn't be further from each other, in the sense that, first off, what they had in common to begin with is that it took them some work to get ready. And we went through the process to get them ready, right? But once we did what we had to do, one person was able to say, listen, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and trust the process and go with the flow of the steps. It's just one step after the next, after the next, after the next. The other clients, they had a real difficult challenge with being able to have faith through the process, because again, when you're going to buy a house, there's so much uncertainty and there's so many things that you aren't going to be able to see, just based on the fact that you're going to have all of these professionals working that know what they're doing or might be doing things, and it might look like, okay, maybe things might be going this way, when all reality, it really comes down to knowing and having faith in your team. So it's important that you take the time on the front end to make sure that you get the people that, when things get rough and they tell you chill, that you believe in their chill, that they're giving you words that you could stand by based off their track record, based on the reference that you got from them, and just in all reality, that's all that you can do, right?
Hmm.
So once you've done all that you can do, you have to let the process work for you. And we had one experience which was a total challenge, and it didn't feel good through the journey. And there was another one that had all of the same obstacles, even some bigger, but because they took this journey on in a way that they were excited and they had faith and they believed, those hurdles that we had to jump over were like a woohoo, rather than on the other situation it was like a ouch, because you can only go as high as your faith allows you to. So through all of these challenges, it's very important to maintain that measure of faith so that you could actually see the results and get where you want to be. And for all of those people who are at the very beginning of their home buyer journey, if you can, Mo, just give them the QR code so we could schedule a call, because it really just starts right there. There's no major pressure for you to have to buy anything or do anything. All I want you to do is just set up the call, because once you set up a call, what that's going to allow us to do is to just start the process,
Hmm.
start the conversation, and then craft the vision of what you want for yourself, what you want for your house, and then slowly but surely putting all of the pieces together to make that become a reality.
Yeah, I definitely encourage booking that call because um, the first part of knowing where you need to go is knowing where
Yep.
you are. So
Right.
if you know where you are, like for example, I'm in the process of researching so I can get my next home. So I'm in the building stages now. I want to put myself in the best position possible to acquire that, but I had to see where I was at first, and I wasn't where I want to be, but I'm not too far off where I need to be. And so it's just a matter of staying consistent to that. Because talking about building your credit, like for example, it could be tempting, right? You're working on your credit, you're paying things down, you're paying things off. You got a couple cars there, they're looking at a low balance, and you're like, I've been so disciplined. Let me go shopping real quick. No, no,
Right.
no. You got to see it through because you got that bigger goal. Like just because it looks good now, you want to see things through. That way, you can attain that goal. Because you don't want to put something that was possibly possible for you within the next 2 to 3 months end up being something that you can't do for another 12 months, 2 years, because
Yeah,
you didn't.
man, and you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at what people do in those critical moments right before they're about to buy because they have those old habits, tapping them on the shoulder. And far too many people answer that call rather than staying focused and committed to the goal that they set out to achieve. And I'm telling you guys, it's really just such a subtle difference in success and failure,
Mm-hmm.
because the only difference between those who succeed and those who fail is who stays on the path and who gets off.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. The
I was
path
gonna say.
might be bumpy, it might be rocky, it might have potholes and all of that. But if you're able to withstand through all things that come and don't get off course altogether, and I have a case where I have cases where I've worked with people for years and
Mm-hmm.
they've had ups and they've had downs because life happens. But those who weathered the storm, whether it was up or down, and stayed committed, they still got to their goal ultimately. So who are you going to be?
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking to that, because I know you've been in the game for over 20 years. What? And I'm just curious. What was like one of the craziest like why'd you do this before closing like situations like
Bro,
like can you share any of them stories that you remember?
yeah,
Like this is why.
probably no, no, no. Without a doubt, there's this one client, and on the day of the closing, I came out to meet him, and I see him pull up. He's like, "Yo, what's going on?" And he jumps out his car, bad, happy looking, all really proud of himself. He's like, "Cuckoo, cuckoo." He's like, "Yeah, bro, I just got the new Beamer. You know what I'm saying?" I'm like, "Yeah, when did you get this?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I just got it like 2 weeks ago." 2 weeks ago, and we're closing today. He's like, "Yeah, man, I was gonna get it in red, but I got it in white." But I'm like, brother. I'm like, "Yeah, you lucky that they didn't do like a last minute review
Mm-hmm.
because they normally do. And any
Yeah,
kind
they
of
really do.
inquiries lead to more questions, which lead to us being." And as I walked inside, they say, "Hey, Chad, they tried to do a verification. They saw there was an inquiry and they wanted to know if there was any new debt attached to the inquiries around a car loan. Did you?" I looked at this man and I'm like, "Yo." And this is a guy that we worked with for a long time. Right? This is a guy that we worked with
Oh,
for a
man.
long time to get there. And then after all of that time, something as trivial as getting the car instead of waiting,
Oh man, that's hilarious.
we killed the deal, bro. We
That's
killed the deal. I don't know what happened to that guy from there, but it's like, yeah. So don't be that guy. Stay
mhm.
on track, stay on course, and don't have those crash out moments that could change the whole equation of what you're working on, just like that.
I know the answer to that joke. I'm not even gonna read it. They both in. I just say they both in the back seat. I'm gonna respond
Yeah, I
to it.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
I'm sorry.
you
That
have
was
some,
that was
some
funny.
characters to that.
Not
I,
not
I
not for this
welcome
not
it.
for this podcast, but that was
Yeah,
funny.
man.
Um, yeah. So continuing with the thought process of seeing it all the way through. Can you recall or call a time where someone like you had to encourage them, motivate them through? Because I know you just shared one story recently, but like maybe this person was about to give up, but because they was part of the team that was going through Homebuyer Academy and what we offer, and we got them to where they needed to be. Or well,
Yes.
really, you got them to where they needed to be on like the.
Well, it's never just me. It's a team, right there. Like you said, it's a team. And we have to, sometimes we have to play different roles and wear different hats. One day I might be a coach. One day I might be, you know, a trainer. One day I might just be the accountant doing, working on the numbers around the file. But ultimately, a lot of clients go through these ebbs and flows because again, life be life in. And a really core thing to remember is that you got to keep first things first. And if this goal of home ownership is something that's going to have a fundamental change on your life, which it will be, it's important that smaller things don't take you off your course, or even bigger things don't take you off your course, because those big challenges and issues are going to come whether you're living as a homeowner or as a tenant. But if you move out of fear or uncertainty or even out of trauma in those vital moments, it could really take you off track from what you want to do. So it's a consistent process of being able to fight through. Like I was saying right now, I'm in a position where I'm going through some things where I kind of just want to but I know that it's important for me to keep on showing up and to keep on being consistent, because when this moment passes, this recording is still going to be there. And God willing, this could be the difference in somebody actually choosing to see their way through. So, as much as we always find ourselves, listen, you're only 10 points away, keep going. Or listen, you've saved this much money, you're almost there, being able to buy a house. Or, yeah, I know that these sellers have been telling you no, but just keep on putting in offers. Whatever these things that come across as obstacles may be, our job is to make sure that we help people to see what's available if they stay on track. And sometimes it's the client, and sometimes we even have to give that message to ourselves.
That's good. And so, with that in mind, Homebuyer Academy, well, Elevated Impact, which is over Homebuyer Academy, has a lot of things happening right now. So I definitely feel like that. Like right now, we want to discuss seeing it all the way through because we have a lot of projects going on, guys.
Oh my
All
gosh, dude.
simultaneously to
Yo.
to impact. Like when I talked about like community outreach. We got lunch and learns, which is basically miniature workshops and full blown workshops. A lot of
Yeah.
things are happening all at once while we're still maintaining the business. Speaking, closing loan deals with Chad, and showing people properties with the team, and it's a lot that we do. But like you said, like we had a push to even come on here tonight. And shout out to everybody in the chat too. Shout out to everybody in the chat for your love and support, and having a good time in there. You guys are funny. But even with that, like being able to see, being able to show up for everyone all the time, it could be draining. But when you get to the other side of it, you see how much value and how awesome it truly is.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you're saying, I'm really excited for Black Joy Fest coming to
Mm,
Orlando this
yes.
weekend. So, if you're in Orlando area, meet us at the Black Joy Fest, which is going to be a great, great event. It's taking place at the Lake Lake Dora Burke. I'll keep on Lake. I'm sorry, Lake Nordoon. I'm messing it up. I'm butchering it. But the Black Joy Fest in Orlando this weekend, we're gonna be vendors, and our goal there is to really just keep on getting out into the community. Really just get out there to where the people are, so that they could start taking their gradual steps in progress towards home ownership. And like you said, Mo, it's been really powerful doing the lunch and learns. So we've been doing lunch and learns with different juvenile detention facilities,
Yeah.
because what we find is we have to take care of the people who take care of our people. And oftentimes, people like correction officers, or even teachers,
Right.
these are people who are so caught up in spending time to really do their job at an excellent level. In many cases, people aren't really there pouring into them. So our initiative this year is to really to pour into the people that pour into people. And that's what we're doing by doing these lunch and learns all throughout Central Florida and beyond. So if you do have a company or your job would like to get free lunch, we cater lunch, we bring in some lunch, and we do a presentation. We do a lot of one-on-one consultations as well, and it's totally free. You could bring us in totally free, and from there you could help to empower your coworkers, the staff at your job, your boss, and in doing so, everybody wins.
Mm,
So that's really what we've been doing. And man, we've been talking about it for a while, and it just feels great that we
yeah.
keep on showing up. We kept on showing up. And now doors are opening for us, but we're opening doors for others as a result.
And churches too. They
Oh
pour
yeah.
into their community, so we're going after churches too. So if you happen to watch this, whether you're watching it live or catching the clip or the video later, please message us, reach out to us, or as you see below, join the home buyer club for 2025. I should say and beyond, because it's not going to end this year. We're going to keep this thing going, but we're just getting started. And so that was a bar right there, mic drop, all that. So uh, but seriously, if you're part of any organization or if you just know somebody that feels like, oh man, this person, I want to bless this person, because we do one-on-one consultations, like he says. If there's somebody that pours into somebody, like I like that. I like that motto. We pour into people that pour into people, and because they need a break too. They need support too. So we want to be the ones that can help you get in position for you to continue to be a blessing because the people that you serve need you, and if you're in a position where you can serve at an optimum level because you're stationed in that home, because you're stress free living where you want to be, we want to be a part of your dream. We want to be a part of getting you to where you want to go and help you achieve those goals.
Yeah, man. So I definitely agree with you, man, and that's well said. So yeah, reach out, set up a call. Set up a call is free. Let's get connected with your community so that we can help bless your community. And if there are questions that you have about the journey, feel free to leave it in the chat. Like I said, set up a call so that we could get to those specific questions.
Mm-hmm.
Our focus is really community empowerment, and is going to take service on our part to be able to uh, really have that goal of serving people come through. So we need you so we could help you and for that you could actually get what you want, right? Because a wise man once said you could truly get what you want if you help enough people get what they want. So we're on a mission to help as many people as possible get to what they want through home ownership and looking for our blessings on the other side.
Perfect, perfect. You have any closing thoughts or I know we do have our event coming up in September as well, or
Ooh, that's gonna be nice.
generational wealth. That's going to be at First Baptist Church in Umatilla. So if you're in the Central Florida area, it's going to be a big workshop that we have going on that day, and you're going to start seeing information and flyers coming through soon. And so just be on the lookout for that. But Chad, if you want to take us out, if there's any last minute thoughts, any thoughts for the day, anything to close us out with?
Well, listen, man. I'm grateful for you, bro, because you keep showing up. You keep showing up as a father. You keep showing up as a brother. You keep showing up as a friend. And there are a lot of days where you might get little to no thanks at all. But I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for being who you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, everyone else out there, yeah, just keep on showing up. Keep on showing up. If you have this goal, it's not bigger than you. It's not meant for the person next to you and the person on the other side of you. It's meant for you. You have it in your heart because it's for you. Just allow yourself to receive it. Receiving it by first and foremost doing all you can do.
Mm.
But once you've done all you can, just have trust and faith that the rest is going to work out for you.
That's good, man. Make sure y'all see it through. And we're going to catch
See
you
it
guys
through.
next time on Home by Academy Live. Thank you for everyone that was keeping us laughing and supporting us in the chat there. And just follow us on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube, everything.
Uh,
We'll catch you guys next week.